Hello and welcome. Right, I have set the course. I've got this. We're going to manually do this. Yeah, I've got the Massey as a little tractor. As it really is. I thought it's losing its telehandler duties for a little while. It really is. So, yeah, we're going to scan the field and we are going to plant the grass and we're going to do all of the things that, yeah, we should be doing. So do I time-lapse this? Is there anything else we can be doing? Did we check the sales? That is the thing I'm going to say. We did, yes, because I was, deliberating on all of this, truthfully. Ooh, and I haven't done the auto-save back, have I? Because of that, the testing we did. So we need to stick that back on. And we are on Euros, that is correct. Auto-save every 15 minutes. So it should reset, and in 15 minutes it should save. Yeah, it was right. Let's do. There's going to be a bit of an overlap with this because this is the traditional one. I think I am going to time lapse this because it's a rather a large field and there's a lot of work to do. In fact, do I bring you in a bit? I've done a slight bit of alteration. I have done a little. I did say I was going to do it. Let me show you. Yeah, in fact, I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to time lapse this first, and we're going to do the plant the field because it's going to take a while. And it's going to take a few empties and fills. So I'm going to say my words and then we'll have a chat and I shall show you what I've done around the... I don't normally do it, but I like it to be a bit of a surprise sometimes. I have said that a few times. I'm never sure how to handle this because with me always treating you as the fellow shareholders, I don't really like to do things behind your back, but sometimes, yeah, sometimes I like to surprise you. Yeah, that thing I will say. So yeah, for now... Actually, is this going to take that long to do? Seriously, it's quite a thin field. It is a big field though. This is going to be a great asset, it really is. And it is going to be changed back to a traditional field, but we're trying to maximise the business model that we've got at present. And we can get at least one cut of a field this size. And also it gets the change. Mind you, it was fallow, so it's just going to be grass. So that's not really going to matter. Yeah, it is a change of crop type, but it doesn't really matter because it was fallow anyway, so we could really choose what we liked. So yeah, we're going to go for another new crop types next year. But for now, we are going to do a field of grass. Yeah, I'm not sure whether... I think the fertiliser... Again, this is another thing that Giants have changed, because in the past when I was on Stone Valley... both myself and Milk Hen had a conversation about the fact that you can fertilise the field and it's just totally wasted. But now, well, we've seen different behaviour. Yeah, definitely the behaviour. I was looking at editing earlier at the original cutting around the edge of the old field, and it is definitely true. It was completely different, the grass. So it is a different behaviour. Some of the grass, like this grass around the edge of this, if you cut it the first time, it just doesn't, it goes away, like it doesn't exist. But then when you cut it, it does change. So this is a new behaviour, because I've seen this on Hills of Tuscany. I don't think it's on everything, but I think it is. Usually it's a game mechanic. Oh wow, this is actually not bad. Not as many scans as I thought, even with the traditional. Right, let's send some of these back, because it's going to take a while to get all of these back. I always find, yeah. And then we'll keep on scanning. Whilst we yeah, I keep forgetting you can't, yeah, it locks you up, whereas the other one doesn't. It just keeps it just above the soil, and it just like, it instantly almost makes it ready to, you can scan a field. And so it does reinforce how fantastic the other the Scout is, really, the one that I usually use, the paintable and increased range ones. Not only are they increased range, but they also have slightly different behaviour that's slightly better. Yeah, you can see it on the left. This is what I was on about. I did do what I said. I put a bit of like grass around the edge just to make it so we can actually come down that one. Although really, and also a tiny bit behind here, because that was just bare field, and I think it would have clocked the back of that. Right, we must be getting shifted out the road. We're going to get walloped. We should just about be able to get that. Yeah, I should come back almost instantly. Right, so then let's, yes, I started to bring our equipment home. This is very nice. And I think the one thing we will do is we shall stick the Scout. Oh, of course, yeah, I was going to say, I remember putting the, I can't remember its name. Oh, right, we need to do some liming. Let's get the John Deere now that we've got another tractor. We can do the liming, and now we've got the scan results back. We can get that liming done on this right now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. Oh, also we will be getting weeds growing, so we're going to set everybody going. In fact, no, this is the heavier of the two tractors. This is quite a heavy beast, so this really should be able to cope with this better than the Massey. So let's grab some lime, which, yeah, that was my fault. Yes, it feels funny. Now I've got the Massey just about perfect. It's beautiful now that we've... right, so lime. Yeah, we will need some more lime soon as well. Although I'd like to make some now with some stones in our fantastic secret weapon. Yeah, the production shed. I do love it. It is a fantastic mod, it really is. This may be my last episode of this for a while. Yeah, I'm not... I think I'm releasing this as a bit of a mini-series to begin with. A bit like... Now, is that... No, it is going. That is true. Oh, no, we can lime. It's the fertilising that's odd. Yeah, because this is just dependent upon... Oh, it's... wow. That is actually worse than I thought. I thought that would be able to cope with that weight. But it's skittering a little. It is leaning back a touch. But then again, I suppose the a big tractor. Now this is a nice John Deere to actually steer, I've got to be honest, because I've given the John Deeres a bit of jip. The ones that I have driven recently, though, mind you, I don't know, I'm going to say, because I'm driving fairly straight. Yeah, the one that I've got on... Wow, that's done some lengths and widths already. That is amazing. It is. I love it. You know, those are absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm trying to stay clear because obviously you can always afford them. They are absolutely amazing, cheap as chips, like cedars, but they are really quite amazing. And I know you can link them together. But again, I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to go from these, but sometimes you just really need a reasonable price, especially on the start from scratch like this. So I also, yeah, we ought to get rid of that plant on there because it is annoying me somewhat. Yeah, that's if I can. It may be one of those plants that you can't, because normally you can get rid of that with when you place this down. And we'll get rid of that little bit there. Fantastic. Right, yeah, we want some lime, I believe is what we're looking for. Yeah, they are amazing, those 5.3 metre cedars. They really are. Absolutely astounding. Right, can refill the tractor as well. Yeah, I think we're nearly out, to be honest, so we're going to need to go and grab some stones and start to create some lime. Now, do we need, I can't remember on what we need in that as well. Production shed, lime, is it manure as well? No, water. Right, have we got a tap yet? I don't think we have we? Not here. We've not needed one so far. So we shall have to have some water. We'll have to ring the water company and get it fitted. We will. Right, let's get this done anyway. And, oh yeah, in fact we could do that straight down the middle, I reckon. In fact, yeah, it's a bit too narrow. I think we can just do it sideways. Otherwise it's a bit of a waste. Right, let's get this sorted. Yeah, it's amazing how much that has done. It is really, they do astound me. They are fantastic. Now then, how am I going to do? No, I'm not going to need another fill up, I think, at least. And then there's still a bit around the edge that's not done. Yeah, this is a fairly hefty field. Oh, it's doing better than I thought, actually. Yeah, I've got the corner swishes that we're going to need to do. Yeah, that was what I was going to say. The road is only going down there. I don't know why I was so, but I've done it now. But it is true. You can really go around the edge of the back, which is not a bad way. And it's a proper road as well. And then we can make a proper road in. Wow, we did it. Yeah, now that should. We will need to top up the Challenger because the fertilizer isn't going to last. Yeah, for all of that thing. No, it isn't. Right, so I think while we're leaving the Challenger, they say it's going to run out at some point, but we could go and grab some stones and put the Massey back into its normal role. I don't know why I didn't use John Deere really, because the Massey, yeah, I had a bit of an accident with the Massey as well. The telehandler weight is a bit of a terror for rolling over, and it literally took me a few minutes to get it rolled back with the front loader. Yeah, I was playing with it for about 5 minutes trying to roll it back, and I did manage to, but it was the wrong way around, as you can just see when it does its little jump. But I've never, yeah, this is quite amazing for such a little tractor. It is so stable when you've got all these weights. It's all so balanced, which is hard to do. I've tried to do that over the years many times with contraptions like this and never managed to do it yet. So this is the very first time that I've actually managed to do that. Right, let's grab this little lot off. Yeah, in fact we don't really need that. We should be able to get the pallet off the old-fashioned way as a proper pallet fork. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm even going to post this right now, but the trouble is, often there's a lot of interest in maps initially when they're new, and then obviously lots of people start to do it, so you sort of wonder, well, do I do it now, and then do it as a mini-series, and then if we wish, I do like the map a lot, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I've been never. Now, do we stick it on the air? I think so. It's not really going to hurt. Only it's not wanting to release. It's doing that thing again where, oh, it's because I went through the, yeah, I've not gone through the pallet the proper way. Yeah, I went in at an angle. I can see now. I see the error of my ways. Okay, mechanics. Sometimes. Right, so then let's grab these off, and then we're going to go to the shop, grab some stones. Let's grab the lime, which is 56 litres. Wow. Is it worth it? It's anything with bags, isn't it? Oh, yeah, in editing there was one interesting bit of footage. I didn't notice it at the time, because you often don't, because I'm busy talking to yourselves. But it was like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Yeah, there was on one of the episodes there were about 30-40 birds on the field. I don't know how I missed it. Well, I do, because you're concentrating on other things, but it was quite amazing. Yeah, there was literally loads and loads of birds gathering on the field. I thought it literally reminded me of Alfred Hitchcock's the film The Birds. Yeah, the old classic. Oh, what is happening here? Right, so if we stick this also next to the fuel as well, ish. Yeah, and we will refill actually, because we could really. Ooh. Let's withdraw, grab the thing, stick those down, even though they're not spikes, and we're going to go to the. Now, how are we doing? One thing I'd like to do quickly is just grab the Challenger, because if it's It's about halfway. It wouldn't surprise me if it's about to run out of fertiliser-ish. Or even if it's getting low, we could just borrow it for 1 second, because you can see exactly where it gets left, and just top it up, and then I think it should just about make it. Oh, actually, like you could do for seeds as well. It's running fairly equally out. And we'll go and get some a herbicide as well. We've not made any herbicide, so I think we'll do that. I do love those seeds as well. Yeah, I mean, we could also, that is a point, we could actually make ourselves some seeds. Now then, if I just... Ah, it is, it's up. Nah, not quite close enough. Oh. Yeah, so it has got a bit of a kick actually. It's, yeah, I thought it's not a square field, is it? It's almost a little bit like the field at the top, only very much bigger. Fantastic. Let's go and get our trailer full of bits and bobs then. Yeah, so we've got quite a bit of fertiliser. I don't think we need any fertiliser for a while. But going forwards, we will. I think we'll keep some of our fertiliser back. Although, is it worth... Yeah, it's true. It's that old conundrum. Do you buy it in cheaper, or do you keep some back that's worth more if you sell it? And I think the answer to that question is really, you would sell yours and buy the cheaper stuff from other cheaper companies. And it is fun. I know there's arguments. People always go on about about the production pack by the lot. It is obviously very reasonable, but in life you can often buy the same product from 3 different companies, one at a low price, one at a medium price, and one at a high price, and it's the same product. I mean, I know, because when I'm looking for IT, for my companies, the companies I've worked for over the years, you can often buy from 3 different companies, and the price range can be completely out of this world, where there's about £200 or £300 on a switch that you can get for sort of £300 cheaper from a good, from one company, and then you can pay £300 more for a dearer company. Wow, there's a lot of grass on this. Is that supposed to be like that? I would say it is. I would say so, right. So we need to be buying some big bags of stones. We don't want to go mad though. We don't need to go... Well, you do use quite a bit of lime, really. I'm hoping not to do any more lime contracts though. So we don't want those stones. We want the next set of stones, which is this one here. 4. And I'll talk about €600 for those. And we want... No, we want pallets. We want some wheat for some seeds. Again, we're not going to go mad, because we have got a couple of tons of seeds at the minute. So we want wheat for seeds, and we want... No, the herbicide. No, we just want a tap, don't we? I'm thinking, yeah, that is all we need. I believe. Isn't that right? Stones to make lime, weeds to make seed, fertiliser we make ourselves. We've already got plenty of fertiliser, so we don't really need anything at present. Now this is going to be interesting. Not the bags of stones. They are heavy though, but again, because of the pack they're with, they're not heavy. They want another one of those where they've got that weight limit, so I can't really do much about that because it is the pack. Yeah, there's no way you could lift that normally, and I apologise because I am trying to play as realistically as possible, but I can't help the packs. You've got to work with what you've got, really, and this is... I mean, they are fantastic, right? So this should... Oh, why is that? If I fit those in the middle... Brilliant. And again, it is funny with these as well. I am right that you've got to keep this closest to you, and the best way to do that is really, it does work different on the Massey I've had before. The AGM is closer to the bonnet. This is quite a way out. So really, the blade's as close as possible and as low as possible is as good as this gets. Yeah, and to lean it towards you like that, where it's teetering, is the best you can do. So we've got to really, it's almost wanting to literally fall. I'm hoping we can do that trick of leaning on this. But, but the answer to that question is we really can't. Right, and do we? I know how we do this. I do. Yeah, I do. I know exactly what we need to do. And again, this is this is a recent find of mine, to be honest. Yeah, this is from DS Power, Nieskopheim is the map that I'm on. He has also done another one that's just been released literally last week at the time that I'm recording this, of course. Stick cage, wooden box, red plastic, 600 litres. Oh, okay, so they're different as well. They're very reasonable as well. 1 to 1200 litres. So I presume you could probably lift those because they've got handles. Do we try something new? Yeah, 50 kilograms. Oh, it can only carry, looks like, so they're specific to special products. Right, okay, so we can't do that then. We'll go for the one that we already know about, the one I was just discussing. I mean, there's the fillable pallet, which I've used a lot. It does have some issues, though. It does. I've got to be honest. Oh, is it? Wasn't it 2 tons before? Ah, that's a different one to the one I'm thinking. That's the pallet trucks mod. Yeah, there is a 2-ton one, which is the one that I'm used to, which is that one there. No, it's not. That's not mine either. That's not the one I'm used to. No, they're special. These are the ones I want, and well, yeah, we're gonna go green, and we're going to buy you for 1,000. Yes, and this should. Yeah, now I like this because these have got a nice little trick up their sleeve, and we don't want to be banging it into the stones though, so we've got to be careful here. Yeah, I love the way you can fill these, and this is true of a lot of things now. Again, there's a lot of rule changes being brought in. I've not heard of anything, but I know it works because I bumped into some fertiliser, and then it starts to fill. And the same was it wasn't just this box either. If you do that, wow. Okay, that's odd because I've done this no end of times. You just literally, it has to touch the floor. I did know it worked. I've seen it do it because when it pops in the shop right next to something that can fill in it, it just fills automatically, which is quite amazing. And to empty it, all you need to do, so it will fill from pallets. It doesn't fill from a fill trigger. But then you could use, you could use the boxes with themselves, really. Now, again, it's very light, so we get away with being able to lift. But then again, I suppose you've got to, well, the mod would be useless, wouldn't it? Really, really, if you think about it. Yeah, without this ability of being able to lift the box, of what use would it be to you? Is definitely a true thing. Right, so we've got that and that. We need to stick in a tap. We've got our tanker already. The normal products. I am really, I would like to do, and I did say this about, yeah, it's true. Yeah, there's only so many let's plays you can do, and that's why in some ways you've got to, but I really am intrigued. I would love to do this. Calmlands. I did have an idea, and that was, obviously I was going to go back to Calmlands. I was, Now I'm wondering, this is an erShaba map too, and it is obviously much newer. I'd like to grab all of our equipment from Calmlands, keep what we've got though, because we have sort of done well on this, and do an amalgamation of the two sets of equipment and whatever money we had to shift that over to here, almost like an established farm. In other words, we're up in sticks on that. It is believable, because obviously, do you know, I really don't like muddying the waters though, because we're doing all right ourselves. I think I really am quite happy with what we've achieved now. And then you sort of can say, well, we did it. It was the influx of equipment from the other Let's Play that give you the success. And we don't really need that. We're doing all right as ourselves. So I suppose, yeah. Of course, I do ask for your opinion. I was Tuscany Hills. I'm very intrigued, really interested in doing that as well. So I'm unsure as to what to do, if I'm honest. But this has got some really interesting bits. Now, how is Han Solo is doing all right. I would imagine, actually, looking at the position of that field on the field, that's pretty much doing quite well. Now then, we don't need to roll grass. I was going to say, yeah, we do need to. Right, the beauty of this is as well, I do love this fact that you can. Now, I'm not sure about the pallet thing though, whether that will just empty. Although, does it? No, it does empty into triggers. Yeah, it's getting the first ones. Yeah, and it's getting the wheat. Now, don't we need manure for the things to make the seeds? I think we do. So we might need to buy some. Right, while that's doing that, let's stick the lime on activate, and we need some water. We need seeds from wheat, and we need a bit of manure, so we're going to have to go grab some manure as well. And we could use this 5-ton box all over again and grab some manure, although how would you do that? I know how you would do that. You would grab the samurai. And we've got no storage or silo at the minute though. It's the one thing I am going to say, and I do believe... Yeah, is it really important about those seeds at the minute though? Because, yeah, I am running out of time really for this Let's Play. Right, let's have a look. I am. It's one of the. I need to get on with the Neverland and all the rest of it. Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I have been keeping up with my sessions on Nies, Kopheim, and all that. Right, let's have a look. So we need to switch grass off to seagrass. Now that looks fairly good to me. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that little bit there where it's that little kick is going around the biogas plant. That little kick. Corners is the only thing I'm going to say. Yeah, the corners are a bit, and I don't want to be seeing round corners, and I usually paint them, but let's just get this sorted ourselves. Ooh, what is that? What is it? Bushes? It is. Yeah, I've done another episode on Maypole. I was going to go on Neverland, and I thought I'd just like to get this a little bit further, but again, I'm not really sure. Yeah, sometimes it makes a lot of sense that you do this straight away. Now, there were also some swishers. There were definitely some swishers. So I think if we do like a... It's the only thing with lime, isn't it? It hides those type of things that you could see. Yeah, those telltale marks. Now, funnily enough, though, yeah, I think of the other end because it was a rounded. I do like rounded corners on, rounded ended things. It does seem the most. I suppose it's because of smooth. Why have we not got some? It's very orange in places. What is that about? Why have we got a nice, lovely green on the outer bit and not so lovely green on the inner bit? What is that about? We had fertilizer the entire time, so there really should not be anything like that. Let's go and check the corners, but again, they aren't corners because they're round, and I do like that. On the map, it didn't look like there was anything there, but we saw swishers here earlier on those two corners we've just done. with these being rounded, there really shouldn't be any marks. But if we have to sort of come over this in the morning, we will do. Now then, that is a point as well. Right, let us just drop this off, and we're going to just go for that little journey in the mountains, as we know we can actually go through these mountains to the other side, to our other field. Just want to go and see our other field, see how the grass is doing. I do love this here, and this I think would be not too bad for the Mahindra, because it's not, it's a very shallow climb instead of that hill that's really severe. Mind you, this bit here looks severe if I'm honest, so I'm not sure. No, and the bales, when are the bales ready? They are 55% fermented. That's first growth stage, so yeah, this is not ready either. This is, 2 months until that's ready. So, and then we've got all those bales to cash in next month. So that is going to be our next task. Our equipment is widening out. Obviously we've mainly got, well, the only thing we haven't got is we haven't found a cheap trailer. Now I just think I've loaded, or have I still loaded? I don't know that I have. Yeah, there are some really reasonable old Lizard trailers that I'm really interested in showing, because they are fantastic. Very rarely do you get a cheap trailer appear that no, you're gonna hit it. It's not. My driving instinct says no, and I trust my driving instinct most of the time, but when I listen to it, that is. Right, so then what are we going to do? Are we going to I think we'll stick some water. We do need to buy some manure though, and is that really important? The seeds, not at this minute, so that's a long-term goal. We do need water though. I do need to get that going, so we'll grab the John Deere, and we're going to get 20 tons of water. It is nice to be used. Oh, we're going to get 20 tons of water. Where are we going to stick the tap? I think near where we've got the fuel. I don't want it to be too close, because it does cause issues sometimes when it's too close. Right, so tap. Do we stick it on that corner? Technically it's not our land. I don't want it too close to the production shed. What about by the door of the, I know I'm going to have to stick V mode on, but that's the point. Is that new tap that I put in? Yeah, there's the MH2 water hose, which I've had for ages, which is fantastic. I did stick another one in. It's not actually showing, so I perhaps didn't tick it. Right, so what we're after is containers then. For the Meridian storage yard. Yeah, I want to look at that on one Let's Play as well. It's just a little bit out of our price range presently. There we go. Yeah, we want that. Sort of in that lee, we could still get to our, and it's not in the way of anything really. Fantastic. Let's go and grab some water. Yeah, it's tucked in a little, so really it shouldn't be in a way. Well, it's a little bit close to the edge, but if we're that close to the edge of the building, I've got to be honest, then we're in the wrong place anyway. Oh yeah, I mean, we're going to crash if we're that close anyway, so. Actually, yeah, that is a point. We've got productions. And the trouble is now, Marty, he was right, spot on, that you do get charged for production costs, but I think I'd sooner get charged for some production costs, like the silage, rather than actually keep switching it on and off. Right, so that should now be going for the lime, and it does need quite a lot. So we've got 20 odd tons. No, that is more than enough. But then at least if we stick one more load in. I want to, yeah, I'd like it. Yeah, it's true. I'll fill it, and we'll do this another time, because I want to get us through till the morning. We're not going to get any sort of thing from our. I really did want the Anderson, but hey ho. Yeah, we bought another field instead, and I think that was far more important. Now, didn't we go into debt? Just trying to catch up with my last episode. We did a slight loan, which we could really probably by morning pay off. Yeah, it's true, because we've got a thing coming up. That's July. and we want to, yeah, last month at 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll check the sales because you can sometimes get little things. So this should be first growth stage in the morning. Now this also, I'm interested in showing you what is on sale this morning. We must have sold a little bit of fertiliser as well. Brilliant. So we didn't do that bit there. We missed that. I'm just going to do this because it's the easiest way to check out your workmanship. Yeah, it's almost like grabbing the that is something I keep meaning to do as well, and that is to buy that is it the DJ Maverick, the thing that flies around, that does the same as that there. I think that would be a fantastic thing to sort of show on a Let's Play. Right, we do need to, yeah, we need to do that as well. Let's just go and quickly grab that and fix that bit of grass, although it's going to make a bit of a mess of the field in a place, but not if we're careful. If we sort of do it backwards, like against it the other way, then we should be alright, really. Yeah, there's a bit I missed there, but that'll, yeah, it's this bit here that's a bit more than I am. There is a bit on that corner, I just seen it. Yeah, I can't see anything else though. I do love these flowers, I really do, they're amazing. Yeah. Right, let's quickly grab this, and we should be able to get the, 43, now, yeah, I wanted to show you the sales, and that is completely different from what was on the sales, and that just goes to show what I've always said is true, that it's totally random. Yeah, still, that's not changed. Yeah, the behaviour of that is still the same. If you do like a reload, you will see a completely different set of equipment to that we saw yesterday. We had 2 tractors and something else, which I can't remember the something else, but I remember the 2 tractors. We had another massive Ferguson, which would have been quite amazing to have another one of those, a slightly newer one as well than the one we've got. Not that I'm well chuffed with the one we've got, it's phenomenal. And it makes a fantastic telehandler. It does actually, I've got to say, for a 75 horsepower, which I do want to do something about that, but every single time I want to do something about it, we need the money or we've got a debt. So, right, let's lift that up. And I'd like to get, we want to reverse over this one, like so. And yeah, our fermenting I think will be about 9ish or something like that, and then those bales will be ready. Apologies, yeah, it's taking all my concentrations to try to get this right, because it's so easy to lose it with these pieces of equipment. I do feel like, looking in editing, I do feel that and again, this is not the pride comes before a fall. Yeah, I think that I have got a little bit better at quite a few of the things, and I think it is like that old saying goes, practice makes perfect. It really is. Yeah, I don't mean I'm perfect, and I don't mean we all have good days as well. I have said that quite frequently about good days at the office. And I do think that's definitely true too. So no matter how good you get those days when you're just tired and your skills and you're not listening to your skills and all the rest of it, and so you have really bad days. Usually when you're tired. Wow, this needs washing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that. Perhaps I've not ticked it on this Let's Play yet. But yeah, there's a few trailers I want to stick in. It's a set. It is. Right, should. That's it. Fantastic. That'll do me. Yeah, there's a little patch there, but I'm all right with that one because we sort of come across that. All right, so I want to leave that. I want to leave that as a bit of a way in from that back road. I want that as to be a proper entrance. In one way, if I'd have realised this was gonna, yeah, about that back entrance, I would have put this further across to leave as a proper way in. But now, unfortunately, I suppose we could do. Yeah, we are going to buy field 24 next door. We could actually then. show you, it's easier. We could chop a tree off and make a proper road. Oh no, the road comes more from this side, it does. So this would be the tree you'd have to chop. Yeah, I don't want to lose any more of it, and plus which the production shed's there, so it really means coming through here, make a proper little road, which means you're really coming through your shed, so that's a bit of a, yeah, we'd lose too much if we upped the shed, unless we had an agreement that we shifted it and I got the difference back. That's the only thing I'm going to say. So let's pay our loan back, that's the one thing I'm going to say. Brilliant. So we are on real 23,381, and we have sowed our grass, and we want to, I would like to grab, yeah I would, I'd like to go and grab the, let's choose the fastest. I'm going to go and, we're going to lease the Anderson, is what I'm thinking. I would like to buy one, but yeah, at the minute leasing is okay. Because I'd like to, yeah, I don't want it to take ages with doing what we've got to do, so we're going to have to grab them quickly and put those in the BGA. So the Anderson is the really the bestest answer that I can think of. Because if I manually bale this session's going to take a long time for me to do that. It always does, manual sort of bail out, and I don't mind doing it. It's just that you've only got so much time to do a session, and this is, I say, I'm running out of time where I'm going to be going into my normal let's plays, and I don't want to let them not to continue with them. I want to crack on. It's just I got quite hooked with this. Yeah, I was too tired at the beginning of the weekend to face the normal ones, because they're all, again, they're getting that to that stage where they're getting big again. So right, Anderson, let's lease this. Let's go. I think it's about £4 or something like that. It's quite a lot to lease. Right, so bale loader. It's the only one, isn't it? Now there are some others, but they misbehaved last time I used them. No, they're the square bale ones. Yeah, and I don't want the normal kind of bale loaders. I only want semi-automatic. So I think actually it's the Anderson, or the Anderson. It is, I am right. So that's what we're going to go for. Let's lease you. Yes, £2,500. We're going to more than make that back, so I'm quite happy with that. In time though, I really do want to be buying one. It is important to me. Very important. Now then, did we? No, we didn't. We didn't repair the, we just left it. Or did I? No, I didn't, because I knew it was going to cost me. And also, we've got to be very careful how we get that header out. We need to sort of reverse exactly the same way that we actually now. Be careful of that. No, we've got a long way to reverse. Right. Yeah, the bales should be done soon. Now, can I remember the way? This way? Up? Yeah, you can go around, can't you? Although, isn't it probably still quicker to go to the right? I don't think I've ever been this way to the right. Oh, this is the way you always come. Yes, it is. You're right. Actually, I totally lost all sense of direction then. Thought I was going a brand new way, and it's the way that we always come. What was I saying about knowing the map really well? I'm not so sure. Yeah, this is the hill I was on about, where the the one that got the Mahindra. That's the name of the thing that I couldn't think of. Right, let's have a look. Now, did we do these first? That is 98% fermenting. So let's use this as a and let's speed time up till, I'd say, 9 o'clock. pH value good. So did we not lime? I thought we had. Aha, that one's ready. I've just seen the cut open bale. So we shall see. Well, I suppose really, when you think about it, yeah. The ones that aren't turned to silage will drop on the floor as grass. So it really isn't going to matter, is it? Right, let's grab this little lot and stick them in. Yeah, the one thing about this is it only shows you bales. It doesn't actually show you what they are. They just look like straw all the time. I used to think that was wrong, but it is actually just the way it is. there. So yeah, we're going to be cutting late, aren't we, with all of our grass really. This is what I call my generic goodbye for those sessions where I've done a recording and I didn't realise I was going to split it, and this is my... I do hate it when I don't say goodbye to you. It seems very rude when you've invited guests in to come and have a look at your content and you don't say goodbye. So this is what I always add as the spliced goodbye. So yeah, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope you're going to continue with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.